You do not need these things as a medical student. Save your money instead. What are my credentials? I am a 5th year medical student and I have a previous degree in BSc Medical Sciences. So I've been on the study game and I know what you need and what you don't need so you can save that coin. Number 1 is an expensive stethoscope. I know we all get so excited to buy our first stethoscope because we want to look like a doctor, but I promise you, you do not need to be spending all that money on one of those cardiology Littmann stethoscopes. You know the one I'm talking about. Yes, you don't need it. You can barely tell the difference between S1 and S2 in medical school, so you don't need to buy the most expensive stethoscope. I literally see students who have bought those fancy echo ones, the one that like records the heartbeat. Why are you buying that? But unless you're a cardiologist, you do not need the stethoscope. I have this stethoscope. Yes, it is a Littmann, but it's the entry-level one. So this is the lightweight 2SE. I think it was promoted as the nursing stethoscope. I really like it because of this like little hedger. You can put it like under the blood pressure cuff when you're trying to take the blood pressure. It's the cheapest one you can find on Amazon. Also, a lot of medical schools have their own stethoscopes that they let you use, so you might not even need to buy a stethoscope. Number 2 is textbooks. You do not need to spend money on physical textbooks. They are so expensive and you barely use them. You just ask any upper year how many textbooks are sitting under their bed collecting dust, and if they've actually used their textbooks. 9 times out of 10, the answer will be no. Most universities will send you PDFs of the textbooks that you need for the course, so like the chapters. If you have to study with a physical copy, then go to the library and read the chapters you need because they will have those textbooks there. But I promise you, 99.999% of the information you can find online to save your money. Number 3 is an iPad. This is for everyone who thinks an iPad is going to solve all of their study problems and help them get organized. If you don't have a good, reliable note-taking system that works already, then the iPad is just going to sit in your drawer, or it's going to be a very expensive way to watch Netflix and YouTube. I personally have an iPad, but that's because I did an entire BSc undergrad where I figured out my study process and I wanted to move to being paperless. I love not having to carry around my laptop and can have everything in one space. But please do not buy an iPad thinking it's going to solve your study problems and that you're going to go from a D student to an A student just because you have an iPad. I promise you, it's not going to work. Find out your study system first and then invest in an iPad. And if you are going to buy an iPad, don't buy the iPad Pro. You're not a designer. You're not a creator. You don't need it. I have the 1st generation iPad Air, I think. I don't know. It was really cheap. It was one of the cheapest iPads you could get. And she works fine. I also have the 1st generation Apple Pencil and she works fine. I've had her since 2020 and she's still going strong. So what are some things that you think medical students don't need? Let me know in the comments.